Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning pod. No, it isn't. What am I talking about? It's time for the Thursday afternoon, Friday, just before Friday, fucking Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? You like that? That was the little siren version for you. You know, it's the little things that make your day. All right, how's it going? I haven't done shit. Why does it sound weird? People going to trash me again? Sorry about last week because on Monday I didn't have it plugged in all the way and it came out like a fucking 1940s Benny Goodman. It wasn't in stereo is what I'm trying to say. There was no stereo. No stereo for you. But look at Thursday, huh? Oh, you know what it was? It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor for Monday. You know what I mean? That everything just seems bleak. And there's nowhere to go, you know? So you don't get stereo on Monday. On Thursday, right? What happened? What do you have on Thursday? What do you got? You got your fucking paycheck. You got money in hand. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. That broad came in wearing that little outfit. Your dick's going, dude, she's wearing it for you, man. She's wearing it for you. Make a move. Right? So you get stereo. Stereo on Thursdays. Sorry, this still sounds like I'm inside of a fucking tin can. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, Bill, why don't you get a producer? And I just say, why don't you go fuck yourself? I don't do this to have a job. I turn it on. I do the best I can. All right? You know? Most of you guys are probably not even saying this, and I'm just yelling at you. I don't know why I'm yelling at you. I'm on fucking vacation. I'm psyched. It's 2:30 out here in L.A., which means in an hour and a half, I'm going to watch my Boston Bruins take on the Minnesota North Stars, or the Wild, as the kids call them, after we fucking lost to San Jose. We just, you know what it is? It's like we play one period, and you're like, you know what? They could be a 6 seed. And then the next period, I don't know what happens. It's just up and down, and it's frustrating. But I don't know. What the fuck? I'm going to watch them. I think they're going to turn it around. Claude Julien's too good a coach. We got too many pieces left over from our Stanley Cup. They're going to whip these guys into shape, or they're going to send a few people. Next thing you know, old Freckles here might get a tryout. I could be a good grinder on a fourth line, right? Get out there on the penalty kill, skating all around. My face is red as a fucking tomato. I'd do it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Bill, I don't think you could do that. Who the fuck is on Minnesota's? What do they got? They got Zach Parise. Who's on their lines? You know, who's their first line? Who's their second line? Oh, that's right. I'll go to fucking dailyfaceoff.com. You know, these cunts ought to throw me a fucking hot dog or something, man. I hype the shit out of this. Where am I going here? Minnesota Wild. You click right there, and then all of a sudden the lines, look at them right there. Thomas Vanek, the former fucking Sabre, right? Didn't he go to the Islanders in that fucking other trade or something? I don't know any of these guys. Mikhail Granlund, Jason Palmerville. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Zach Parise? Did he get traded? Is he injured? No. Is he? He is. Nice. I don't wish ill will on anybody. I hope he just twisted his fuck. Maybe he's got a hangnail. You know, and every time he puts his gloves on, it hurts. And he goes, ow. Try it again, Zach. Ow. You know what, Zach? You can sit it out tonight. You know, maybe we'll get a win. Oh, look at that guy, the fucking right wing on the second line. Nito Redder. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, let's get back to the podcast here. So, I have been not doing shit. I slept for like 2 straight fucking days. That's all I did. I put on my old PJs, old Billy PJs. I didn't do fucking shit for 2 days. I haven't drank. I haven't smoked. I haven't left the fucking house other than to walk my dog. And I'm still exhausted. I think that you know, you go hard for a month, people. You know, when you're 47 and basically a half, if I can say my age like a little kid, I'm 47 in 5 months, you know, and you drink every night for like a month straight, essentially. That's going to do some damage. So I figured, you know, I beat the shit out of my body for 30 days, balance it out by taking 4 days off. That math works out in my world. Speaking of which, dude, you know what? Somebody sent me this book. And I read the foreword, and I'm into the first chapter. And if you're into stand-up comedy, this book so far seems unfucking believable. It's called The Comedians. Drunks, Thieves, Scoundrels, and the History of American Comedy by Cliff, Kliph, Nesteroff. And I have to tell you already, I'm absolutely blown away by just the stories from the vaudeville days. And even like in the middle of the book, when I'm looking at these pictures of some of these comics that I never heard of. Where the fuck is this guy? There was a guy in like 1962 who used to be like a bluegrass musician, and he became a stand-up comedian. And he did this album called The First Family. 1962, Von Meter, I hope I'm saying his name right, had the highest selling comedy record of all time up until 1962, I'm assuming, doing his impression of President Kennedy. All right, when the president was assassinated, Meter plunged into a mental breakdown. By the way, there's a typo on this. It said Veter, Von Meter. They called him Veter in the next line. But anyways, yeah, so he was crushing it doing this Kennedy impression, and then Kennedy gets whacked, and he's completely fucked. And in fact, there's another story in here where that night, I kind of just blew the joke, but Lenny Bruce did not cancel his show. Most people did. Reminded me of 9/11. Well, they just sort of, there was no comedy shows for about 3-4 days. But nobody, I guess they canceled all comedy shows, but Lenny Bruce did his anyway, and walked on stage very solemn and kind of looked down at the ground. The crowd was all quiet. And he just looked up and was like, man, Von Meter is fucked. Evidently he was. I feel bad for the guy. 1962, he's riding high. 63, the guy he does the impression of gets whacked. 1965, he's broke. Flat fucking broke. Can't get a goddamn job. By the early 70s, he's back in Maine singing bluegrass music. Once again, the name of the book is The Comedians by Cliff, Kliph, Nesteroff, Nest, like nest, like what a bird sits in till it gets booted out by its mother. Nest, E-R, off. 2 Fs. Okay, it's not of. It's not Nester of. It's Nesteroff. But it seems great so far. And there's already, just looking at the pictures, I didn't know Joan Rivers was not in a comedy team. She was in a comedy almost troupe with 2 other fucking guys. And she lasted 6 months with them before she's just like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. So I can't wait to read the rest of that. But anyways, I have not been doing shit. I just went over and I had a voiceover for a TV show, which is cool, man, you know. Did that in the morning, and then I was going to go over and do something productive, and I ended up being in a part of the city where somebody showed me where there was a good burger, and I got the burger. And then down the street, there was this place where you get an ice cream sandwich that has that instead of having the sandwich part, it's actually a donut. I know what you're thinking, Bill. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? And it's like I'm on the rails and I'm off the rails. I ate perfectly the last 3 days. I was over in that part of the city. My wife was there. She always knows every good place to eat. I folded. I just wanted her to know that I knew where some places were too. You know? And we'd already gotten into we had a brutal fight today. She actually fucking screamed at me, and I didn't say anything because she was right. What happened was I was in bumper-to-bumper traffic out here, right? So we got a green light, but I can't get across the intersection without blocking it. So I'm waiting for the people to pull up as the light's green. So I hear this guy behind me beep. Then all of a sudden, he tries to pass me on the right like he's just going to go around me like I'm some sort of bitch, right? So I step on the gas of my Prius. And we fucking drive up, and he's trying to cut in, and I fucking cut this guy off. He came within a coat of paint of hitting us, all right? But I fucking boxed him out between me and the parked car, and he had to give in. So now we're just parallel. Nia screamed like a person who was not driving the car and was sitting in the passenger seat, right? Fucking screamed. And initially, she starts yelling at the guy, and I'm yelling at the guy. He puts the window down. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, why the fuck you stopping at a fucking green light? I'm like, there's no fucking room. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And Nia's screaming at him. And then I go, dude, you're a fucking psycho, pointing at my own head. You're a fucking psycho. He goes, you're a fucking psycho too. Now, looking back, I should have been like, all right, it's a decent point. But, you know, I wasn't in psycho move until you did that Mad Max shit, you fucking cunt. And then this is what kills me. Nia rolls the window up, and then the fucking guy goes around me on the left this time and makes a left and leaves. So, that's the end for him. Now Nia is just sitting there, like, shaking with her arms crossed. And I'm like, fuck, here we go. And so I'm trying to be funny about it. I'm like, hey, Nia, great job. You really gave that guy hell. And then she's just fucking staring ahead. And I'm like, are you mad at me? And she just screamed like, he almost hit the side of the car, the side that I was on. Like freaking out. And I was just like, yeah, Jesus. And then I wanted to apologize. And I started thinking about Johnny Roast Beef and Goodfellas, you know, when he buys the pink Cadillac. You know, his fucking Jimmy's going, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? And he just keeps going, I'm sorry. It's in my grandmother's name. Like, I just kept picturing his dumb face. Unfortunately, she didn't look at me because I had a smirk on my face because that's what I felt like. Because she was 100% right. So, like a good 10 miles of silence in stop-and-go traffic. So that's the equivalent of like 40 miles if I didn't live in such an overcrowded city. And she's just like, you know, her face, she has like 3 different levels of mad, and she was at like the top level of mad. I kept looking over, you know, her bottom lip was still stuck out like she looked like a little dog that was mad, you know, like your little brother right before he cries. You're like, is he going to cry or is he going to punch me in the head? You know, when you do that, when you push your little brother too far, you're like, he's either going to start swinging or start crying. I don't know. Might want to lean back a little bit, get the arms up, right? She had that look on her face. And the next time I looked over, it was just an angry face. And then I looked over again, and then her arms were just crossed. So I know at that point that you can actually talk to her. So I tried to cute my way out of it. I said, listen, you were 100% right. She goes, that's right, I was. I go, all right, let me rephrase that. You were 110% right. And she gave me shit back again. I said, all right, look, you were 120% right, and that's my final offer. All right? Got a little bit of a smile out of it, but she was fucking mad at me. I know. Then I tried to turn it around on her. Tried to say, like, that's why I'm successful, because I don't take shit from other people. Like that's a situation that you need to take shit in. Just let the fucking maniac go. Who gives a shit, Bill? Why do you give a fuck? Why do you immediately go into, like lunatic mode? And I was actually thinking about it when I was driving home, how my wife's energy is so much more chill than mine. And I'm like, am I just like a car engine that just idles higher? And I can't fucking, you know, I'm just burning through the tank of gas. Or do I wake up in the morning chill like she does, and I just don't let life affect me? No, and she doesn't let life affect her the way it affects me. And I actually think it's a little more the second one. I think I just need to fucking relax a little bit. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm yelling at the guy. You're a fucking psycho. For all I know, that guy knows all that jujitsu shit. He's thinking, you know, he's got me down. You know, he's past my guard. I'm laying on the street, you know. All of a sudden, my Prius goes into gear, and it runs over my wrist and snaps my watch band, but doesn't break any bones because it's a Prius, right? What the fuck is wrong with me? So it was like a perfect day. I'm on vacation. She was loving that I was relaxed and all of that. And within 2 seconds, one cunt fucked up my whole day. And what was really making me laugh was that guy was by himself. So the second he went around me and made the left, it was over. He left. And then there I was getting yelled at by my wife for the next fucking 10 miles. And I was kind of laughing to myself going, son of a bitch won. I thought I won when he didn't get in. I thought I won. I didn't. I won the first round. Then got the old right there, Fred, when it went to the judges, right? So it's fucking pathetic. Anyways, what a dick. I didn't think it was him, like, because he had like this foreign car, but it had like an American car sounding horn, so I didn't think it was him, so I was off my game, and he almost got around me. I don't know, it's probably stupid, right? Fuck you. You don't make mistakes? We all make mistakes. All right, let's read a little advertising here for this week. Let's see here. Blue Apron, everybody. Oh, Bluey. Blue Apron, you need to know how to cook. Not only do you feel like you know your way around a kitchen, but cooking at home means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout again. Yeah, nobody shuts you off at the bar. But where do you start? Blue Apron has you covered. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all the fresh ingredients you need to create home-cooked meals. Just follow the easy step-by-step instructions. Each meal can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. No overwhelming trips to the grocery store. No more sad takeout. No matter your dietary preferences, Blue Apron makes it a breeze to discover and prepare dishes like fillets and fish and chicken prepared all types of ways right in your own kitchen. Cook with ingredients that you've never used before, like watermelon radishes, farro, and purple potatoes. And recipes are between 500 to 700 calories per portion. That's pretty good, man. And then you crush waters for the rest of the day, the rest of the evening. Beautiful. Save money. You don't got to go out. You get a flat stomach. Delicious and good for you. Right now, you can get your first 2 meals for free at blueapron.com/Burr. That's blueapron.com/Burr. Hey, blueapron.com/Burr. It's a better way to cook. All right, Boll and Branch. Ball and Branch? B-O-L-L. You probably spend more time with your bed sheets than anything else you own. You really shouldn't skimp on your bedding. But most people do, because great sheets are very expensive. But thanks to Bull, B-O-L-L, and Branch, that's not the case anymore. And when you spend the big bucks on sheets with a super high thread count, you think you're getting the best, but what you're really getting is marketing mumbo jumbo. Thread count has nothing to do with quality, and don't get me started on the so-called Egyptian cotton over there. That's just the name of a plant grown in Pakistan and China. Doesn't mean shit. All right? Stop bringing up Egyptian cotton. Listen, you value your sleep, right? Of course you do. But whenever you head to a department store, you're forced to pay a huge markup for sheets that aren't even that great. Boll and Branch sheets, they're different. First of all, you can only get them at bollandbranch.com, B-O-L-L and branch.com. So, you know you're paying for quality sheets and not for overhead. And quite frankly, they're the most comfortable sheets in the world. They're made with entirely organic cotton. And a night sleeping on Boll and Branch sheets makes your day so much better. 3 U.S. presidents slept and banged mistresses on Boll and Branch sheets. These are people who can afford to sleep on any brand of sheets they want. I bet Marilyn Monroe got fucked on a pair of these. It's probably what she did. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Right? Hey, get over there in the Boll and Branch. They even cut out the middleman department store markups, which means, by the way, up to 800% that you're going to save. So you get an amazing luxurious. Okay, we got it, dude. Get to the fucking end here. Boll and Branch is so confident you'll love the sheets. They'll let you try them completely risk-free for 30 nights. And then what? I don't like them. I send them back. Then what do you do with them? Gross. It's even better if you order right now. They'll give you $50 off a set of sheets plus free shipping. Go to bollandbranch.com and use the promo code Burr. That's right. Got $50 off a sheet set immediately by going to BOLL and BRANCH.com and using the promo code Burr. Jesus Christ, I could barely get through that. I'll tell you what I didn't have a problem getting through is over the last couple of days when I wasn't sleeping, me and Cleo watched all of season 1 of Peaky Blinders. And you know nothing about no robbery. What a fucking show that was. And by the way, if you want to get into it, I'm going to let you know the first episode and a half is a little slow because they're setting up the story. Also, you got to go into captions and just have English subtitles going the whole time. It will really help you out because you can't understand. I can't understand a lot of what the fuck they're saying. And then you understand most of it except for the last word, and it's a completely different. Like, you know how they say whore? Har. You fucking har. What? I mean, I knew he was calling her a whore because of the situation. But all he just said, he just stuck his face right in her grill and he just goes, har. Thought he was a pirate, like, arr, matey. No, he's calling her fucking har, you fucking har. Right, which one are you in charge? Well, I'm the oldest. Right, I can see that. You making fun of me, brother? Right, so he's the oldest and you're the thickest. So you must be in charge. They got lines like that in there. It's fucking great. I watched all of the first season, and now I'm going to binge watch the next season as I read this book on comedy because I am on fucking vacation. I'm not playing drums. I'm not flying helicopters. I'm not doing shows. I'm not doing shit. All right? I'm trying to eat right. I'm working out a little bit, but I'm just laying in my fucking bed like that fucking dude with the Spruce Goose playing. What the fuck was his name? Howard Hughes. All right? That's old Billy Booze is laying here like Howard Hughes until I feel like getting up again. I ain't doing shit. The Bruins come on, and an hour and 12 minutes, I'm watching those fuckers. I got Thursday night football. I'm sitting here with my dog. It's the fucking best. Best year of my life. Best year of stand-up. The best gig I could have possibly ended on. I'm still flying high over that. It's just fucking perfect. And it's getting to that time of year out here in L.A. where it's cold, it starts to rain, the fucking air quality is way better. It's not even the smog, man, because the cars burn so much cleaner nowadays. It's really just all the dust and sand and dirt and fucking just, shit from other human beings. It just kind of settles down to the ground. It's fucking, there's like a snow-capped mountain out here that you can't see most of the year. It starts to come out, People start going home for the holidays. The city becomes more the level of population it should be. It's just fucking great. And, nothing but good thoughts. Did I mention I'm going to go see the Kings-Hawks game November 28th at Staples Center? I mean, to me, I feel like in a hockey way, that's like, it's kind of like back in the day in the 70s when the Steelers and Cowboys played, where you're just like, how many Hall of Famers are in this fucking game? Although the Hawks, I don't know, they let so many people go. But Taves is going to make it, right? Patrick Kane is going to make it. Got at least two over there. Fucking Mike Quick's going to make it. What the fuck's that guy's name? Who looks like Dave Grohl. Drew Doughty's going to make it. I mean, it's just a bunch of, who knows? Maybe Kopitar? I don't know. Has he got the numbers? I'm not good at that shit. I just know, like, these are the two fucking teams. As much as the Canadians are playing well, and I want to watch them on the package, because I don't even know it's the Canadians. I like watching great hockey. They're in the East. So I would watch the Habs if they played the Hawks or the Kings or the Stars or somebody out there on the West, because I just still think it's all about the West. They're just fucking bastards. They've been dominating forever here. So I'm gonna check that game out. Steph Curry's coming to town tonight. I'm going to watch him. It was cool. Kevin Durant said he's the greatest shooter of all time. And that sounds like a Verzi thing, like how he says that so early on. But I got to tell you, I don't disagree. Like, this is the one time where I'm like, he's doing shit like you see in like the Harlem Globetrotters, but he's fucking doing it in a real game. He's unbelievable. And that's on my bucket list to see him live. I can't go to the game tonight, but I definitely want to see him. I like when he plays the Lakers, because I feel like Kobe's going to dig down deep and try to have another one of his back in the day games, But it's unreal. So, anyways, not boozing, not smoking any cigars, and resting up. So it's not too hard not to. For me, it's not that hard to just quit boozing and smoking when I'm this tired. But I got a feeling, there's a place down the fucking street somebody told me about. It's got this cognac that's like, I don't know what happened. Like fucking Louis the 14th got whacked in the back of the head and his fucking cognac slid down his sock and into a fucking hole and somebody found it. Anyway, somebody's got a bottle of this shit. So I'm already thinking I got to go down and try. What are you doing, Bill? The fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? But anyways, I'm not doing any stand-up. I'm not doing shit, so I really don't have anything to fucking talk about. Oh, did you guys see that fucking guy school those two people on he schooled me too, by the way. Am I saying schooled? I'm too fucking old to say that. Made some great points that the people on CNN could not refute when he was talking about people who are just blaming the Muslim religion for terrorism. Like everyone who's a Muslim wants to fucking mutilate women and do all this fucking shit. This guy was destroying these two people on CNN. And what blew my mind is, in a lot of ways, the people on CNN, when it came to the Muslim religion, were just as uninformed as I am. In a lot of ways. Like, when they were talking about those mutilating women and shit. Hey, the guy's just going like, yeah, that happens in this country, in this, like Sudan. He named like 2 African countries. And they're like, yeah, those are Muslim countries. He goes, no, they're not. They're Christian countries. And he really just broke it down where it's not the religion. It's depending on what country they were trashing, like Turkey or something, like kind of lump them in. And he goes, no, they don't do that in Turkey. They don't mutilate women. In Turkey, actually, there's women rights, and they've elected more women to positions of political power. Intelligent, informed, logical, like thought, as opposed to these morons that think that they're tough, who go, we got to fucking wipe them all out. We got to fucking kill everybody. Fucking, if you fucking into that religion, you just fucking kill, like that dumb shit. That what kills me is that CNN is starting to come around to and just be like, yeah, this is like a violent religion and all that. Look at what kills me, what fucking kills me, especially with Christians, is the lack of honesty with your own fucking religion. Are you really going to fucking sit there? Because if you're going to indict these people because of their religion, then I could go with you as far as if you say all religion. Eventually, you're going to have some wingnuts that is going to cause them to do some fucking horrific shit. You know what I mean? You can't, as a fucking Christian, especially a Catholic. I'll just speak for my religion here. This fucking rap sheet. When they fucking, whenever you watch like an NYPD Blue or one of those do shows, and there's always that guy, he's got a rap sheet a mile long. Armed robbery, fucking assault and battery, twisting parking meters off and spending the change down in an arcade. This kid spent more days in jail than he has out. That's my religion. That's my fucking religion. We had the Inquisition. We had the Crusades. We were in bed with the Nazis. Do you know Jewish people, when they were trying to track where the fuck their property went to, they ended up at the Vatican? And we were like, oh, yeah. Oh, is that yours? Oh, sorry. We were, we didn't know who was going to win. So, we kind of had to, fucking get in bed with both people. And sorry about that. Pedophilia. Torture. I mean, just horrible shit. Torture, genocide, you name it. You name it. Go right down the whole fucking commandments. They've broken every fucking one of them. And see, that right there is the kind of thing that makes me question the validity of an afterlife and being judged. Okay? Because that's what they're peddling. But their actions, they're not worried about judgment on any fucking level. So it makes me think that, well, maybe we just go into the ground and we decompose and we give life to something else. You know what I mean? But they created this mommy and daddy thing, You're either going to get an ice cream or get a spanking to keep everybody in fucking line. And then maybe they know it's bullshit. Like maybe when you get high enough in the church, they just go, all right, they close the door. And they're sitting there in their stupid get-ups, right? And the guy just goes, look, here's something you need to know. You can't tell anybody or we'll deny it and we'll kill everybody that you know and that you're related to. All right? Here's the real deal. He looks left, he looks right. He looks back at him, he shrugs his shoulders, and he just goes, we made it all up. Yeah, we just made it up. Not being good or bad, being good or bad, makes sense. It's the moral compass you're born with. But the whole afterlife is. And we have no proof. We have no idea. Yeah, Jesus, I mean, he lived, but, we kind of, we hyped it up a little. We kind of oversold it, Maybe he didn't walk on water. Maybe he waded into it a little bit and was the first guy to do the butterfly stroke or the backstroke maybe. And which back then no one ever done that. Nobody thought to be on their back when they swam, so that was equivalent to walking on water. And they didn't have leprosy. They just had a rash. It just sort of cleared up naturally anyways. But they did talk to him. So whatever. But, it's also why I don't watch the news. That's why I love Facebook. I'm an old white guy. I love Facebook. I love going on it and just clicking on the fucking videos. And I'll try to get a link. I just don't know how to copy and paste that shit. But that guy just totally fucking just making sense and not demonizing everybody over there. Whenever they start talking like that, I swear to God, that's just like, it's unbelievably ignorant. And all that is, that's just big business talking. They're all evil. They're getting the machine going. They're all evil. We got to fucking do all this shit and spend all this fucking money. And then we'll make a ton of money. And when the tab comes along, we're giving it to you guys. Yeah. Go fuck yourselves. Sorry, that's just my own view. By the way, the F is for Family trailer is out. And thank you, everybody who retweeted it. We got over 1 million views between Facebook and YouTube. Tremendous positive response to it. I'm very, very excited, and my phone is going fucking nuts here. What's going on here? Oh, you know what? I got another. I'm actually going to post a clip here to my Twitter account. Sorry, I got the hiccups. That's what happens, Bill, when you have burgers and a fucking ice cream sandwich, you jerk. I'm actually going to tweet this out right now. It's a video of just showing Frank, the character's face that I'm doing the voice for, which is an amalgam of my dad and everybody's dad in the writer's room. And they have some of the outtakes of some of the shit I said. So I'm going to post that today. And also, oh my God, I almost forgot, the Patrice O'Neill, the 4th annual Patrice O'Neill Comedy Benefit, to benefit his surviving family members and also to keep the name alive of the greatest stand-up comic I ever saw alive. And I'm not understating it at all. It's going to be Tuesday, January 26th. All the proceeds, other than what we have to pay out to rent the fucking building, which isn't that bad, everything else goes to his loved ones. And it's been a tremendous, tremendous success every year. And it's become like this high school reunion. And we got some new blood in there. We got the classics. David Tell's going to be there. Jim Norton, Rich Voss, as always, will be hosting. And we got Russ Maneve, who's a great friend of Patrice, hilarious comic. And they were forever writing scripts trying to get Patrice's voice on TV. And Godfrey's going to be on there. Artie Lang is going to be there this year. That's going to be fucking sick. I will be down there. And Rachel Feinstein's going to be there. Who else? I'm the worst. I should have had all that information out in front. I'll have it for you on Monday, but tickets are on sale now. I tweeted it out. I Facebooked the whole fucking thing. I'll do it again, but it's going to be Tuesday, January 26th, and it's going to be a wonderful night as always. So thank you guys. If everybody's already bought tickets, we're already almost halfway sold out, and the gig isn't for another couple of months. So get your tickets now while you still can. And that is it. That's it for the Thursday afternoon podcast. God bless you. Have a great weekend, you cunts. And here's a little bit of music that I don't know what it's going to be. And I'm not the guy that picks it out. And you know I didn't, because it's not arena rock from the 1980s. I am the worst. I'm like 15 years behind in music, you know. I know a little bit of this shit just because I'm, because I ride around with Nia every once in a while. I know when that hotline blinks, that can only mean one thing, right? Something, you. That guy. Call you on your cell phone, baby, when you I do like the drums on that, because I'm a drum nerd, right? Goes from fucking 16th to 30 seconds to 16th note triplets on the hi-hat while they keep the fucking groove the same. You think I'm not going to go fuck with that in my pajamas? Will it make me a better person? I don't know. All right. Have a great weekend, you cunts. I'll talk to you on Monday. Huh? Am I going to go holiday shopping with all these fucking maniacs and get pepper sprayed because I'm trying to buy a juicer? You know? I don't have 1 ounce of fucking sympathy
for any fucking idiot out there. I don't give a fuck about your financial goddamn position. Go make a popsicle stick house, okay? Don't fucking go down to Walmart and sit there with your goddamn fucking big gulp face pressed against the glass, trying to run down an aisle with 4 other crazed maniacs trying to get a waffle iron. What the fuck is wrong with you? Walk in there like a gentleman. All right? Go in there some other time when it's not fucking mayhem. And why don't you do this? Pay full price and buy less shit. Why don't you do that? You know, and well, let me guess, is this insensitive? Well, what about the people that don't have any money? Well, then you just buy less shit. How, you know what the fastest fucking way to still having no money is to go down to a fucking department store and buy a ton of shit. These people, they're fucking idiots. You know, I'm not saying that they weren't blessed, that they didn't get some gifts from a higher power. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that some of them can't sing a song, can't do a dance, can't fix a fucking motor. I'm not saying that. This is why I'm saying you're a fucking idiot, because you're buying into the hype. The same way those stupid fucking nerd cunts buy into this fucking iPad, iPod, the new iPhone every fucking goddamn 6 months. They get themselves all worked up into this fucking frenzy. And they're going on the website trying to say, how many are there? How many are there? It's completely, it's false panic. It's man-made. I swear to God, you know what kills me is Walmart has I have not been able to find their reaction. To basically, I mean, aren't they in a sales way screaming fire in a crowded movie theater? Isn't this what, I mean, every fucking year? I remember this security guard got trampled. He had a fucking heart attack. The guy died because somebody's trying to go down and buy a fucking He-Man doll for half price. You know, so somebody can pop the head off and have a toddler get it lodged in their throat. These are all facts, people. All this shit's happened. All right, Porter Ranch. Where the fuck is Porter Ranch? That just sounds like one of those states, right? Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm, went down to the Walmart to get some fucking chaps, and he shot an unarmed man. Got in his Challenger, and then he fucking drove away. Where the fuck is it? I lost it. Woman pepper sprayed. Porter Ranch. All right, Porter Ranch. Would you like balsamic vinaigrette, or would you like the Porter Ranch? Here we go. Oh, you cunt. Porter Ranch. No, that's fucking Los Angeles. Get the fuck out of here. It's an affluent neighborhood in the northwest region of the San Fernando Valley. See? Look at me getting exposed for the moron I am. That's even worse. You know, I refuse to believe that rich people went down to a fucking Walmart with pepper spray. I'm not buying this one. Have they seen the lady who did it? Anyways, people, stop buying into this fucking crap. You know, take some power back in your own life. You know what you should do on Black Friday? Stay home. St. Patrick's Day. Bunch of morons going out, drinking their faces off, being loud, the green alligator, singing these stupid songs with plastic hats on their heads, and eventually they're either going to punch you in the face or throw up on your shoes. Stay home. Like a fucking gentleman. Go out, go down to the liquor store, get yourself a nice bottle of scotch, have a few friends come over, you know, make your corned beef sandwiches there, you know, and then watch some fucking Irish mob movie. Go watch State of Grace or some shit. I don't fucking know. But you don't go down there for that horse shit. You don't go out on Valentine's. Go out on Valentine's. Go get yourself sushi that's been marked up 300%. Go fuck yourself. You go out on the 15th. I can't say I love you on that day. You know, independent thought, people. On a very low level. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just realizing there's other days in the year where you can go and walk into a store and buy a fucking Floby without without getting run through with a fucking Swifter mop handle. Just should have said Swifter. There's a lesson in comedy. Without getting run through by a fucking Swifter. That would have been funny, but I got run through with a Swifter mop handle. It's like I was in a band and I stopped fucking late. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez, Bill, you can't even say it funny. Let's read about this. Porter Ranch. All right, Porter Ranch. The woman accused of shooting pepper spray at other customers at a busy Walmart store in Porter Ranch, injuring 20, was described by police today as about 5 foot 3 inches tall, between the ages of 32 and 38, with black hair and brown eyes. Police do not have a description of the vehicle the woman was driving. Well, I'd like to make a guess, if I could. I'm going to say she was driving some sort of Chrysler vehicle. Probably some rusted-out cab-forward design, with one of the tail lights, the backup lights hanging down. Los Angeles Police Department fucking detective said detectives are actively working on the case but are not expected to receive surveillance video from Walmart until early next week because of technical glitches. How hilarious is that? I bet if that bitch went in there and robbed the fucking store, cleaned out all the registers, how quickly do you think Walmart would have got that video over? Yeah, we don't have technical glitches. That's how fucking powerful Walmart is. They just told the cops to stand down. We'll get you the video when our lawyers are done looking at it. That's what the fuck that means. Do you know how much money we generate for this community, officer? Huh? I live in a gated community with my own fucking private police force that has better guns than yours. We'll get you the video when we're good and goddamn fucking ready. No wonder Walmart hasn't made a comment. They never used to have this shit when I was a kid. Or at the very least, it was never reported. They'd start to have sales, but it wasn't this fucking mania. I'm an asshole. I got to do that next year. Next year, I'm going to hire a camera crew. And I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to just fucking start talking to these people and ask them, what is all the excitement about? What do you think is in there that's going to make your life better? Huh? What do you think's in there? And don't give me this sad sack fucking story about how you got kids and it's Christmas time and if there's no presents under the fucking tree, what's going to happen? Gee, I don't know. Biggie Smalls seemed to make it work, didn't he? He just rapped about being broke and everyone related to it, and then he sold a bunch of albums and then he got shot. All right, that was a bad example. Look, all I'm saying is this. All right? There's no reason. You're probably thinking that I'm trashing you for going. I just don't want you. I want you to just have fucking respect for yourself. Like those fucking idiots when they go to a goddamn game and those skipping jackasses come out with the free T-shirts and everybody reaching over everybody. I just wish once I could just have some sort of crowd mind control. And as they sat there, skipping around with their eyebrows up like, huh? Huh? Do you want it? Do you want it? Everybody just sort of sits there staring back at them until it's so fucking awkward they just have to throw it. And then it just sort of lands in the aisle and nobody picks it up. And then, of course, the people who own the arena is like, well, someone's going to trip on that. We're going to get sued. And then they got to send those skipping jackasses to go pick up all their T-shirts that nobody wanted. And then they're left with a fucking truckload of them. That's what I would like to see happen. Stop trying to get me excited about shit. You know what Walmart has in it? It has a bunch of shit. What do they really have in there? Bicycles, Foreman grills, shackets, rakes. What else do they got? Fucking DVD player. I mean, you can't get one of those for $9 on the goddamn internet. I don't know. I just think if you're in a financial position where you have to risk being trampled to death, where you basically have to go to the store version of the running of the bulls to get a goddamn fucking, I don't know, grilled cheese maker. I'm running out of dumb shit to talk about. Or a PlayStation or whatever the fuck it is. If you have to do that, you can't afford it. And if you go out and buy the fucking thing, you're just sticking yourself further behind the fucking rock. Why don't you just have a couple of light Christmases so then you can have a better Christmas? You know? Why don't you do that instead of doing what all these fucking dumb cunts in that Real Housewife show do? You know? Pay for that cash money. Those fucking morons who do not understand money. You know? Oh, I'm on my soapbox this week. Yeah. Just live with nothing for a while. As long as you can fucking eat and you got plenty of water, you're fine. Do you realize if you have enough to eat and you have water, do you realize that you're living better than probably a third of the world? Just doing that. Having a place to take a shit. Having clothes on your back, having toothpaste and a toothbrush. Do you understand how fucking far ahead you are? You don't need any of that shit. And yes, it's nice to have, but it's not worth going down there and falling down and having your wig fall off or your fucking ass crack hanging out. All the shit that I've seen. Dislocating your knee. Having some poor bastard trying to hold people back and he has a heart attack and he dies. Oh, I'm too small. I need a competitive edge. Let me go get some bear mace. Like, do you understand, like, how caught up into the fucking frenzy you are that you make those goddamn decisions? You don't even need to be down there. Just go down to a fucking Osco drug. Do those things still exist? Whatever happened to the old days? Leechmere's. Remember that? I was talking about that with some buddies yesterday. Go down to Leechmere's. Why don't you go down to the lumber yard and go make some toys like a fucking elf? Anything. Anything. You know, other than... I mean, couldn't you just go like, look, say to your kids, we don't have money for Christmas this year. All right? We don't, but I do have money to take you to a ball game. I'll take us all out to a ball game. All right? And just know this, we're going to have better Christmases. But the most important thing is that we're all together and we all love each other. And that we don't get trampled by some hot dog eating jackass with a can of fucking bear mace. It's more important to me. Fucking showing up Christmas, you know, dressed up as Santa Claus with your dislocated shoulder and your fucking eyes are all red. Ho, ho, ho! Santa's here! Don't hug Santa, Santa hurts. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to get some fucking hate mail over this. That was so insensitive to people who don't have money. I know they don't have money, but they have fucking brains. Bill, why do you always only have one TV? Because I live within my means, which is why I don't go down to Black Friday and get trampled by some fucking big gulp tub of shit with a can of mace. All right? Those people who got mace, that lady did them a favor. Do you think any of those cunts are going to come back next Friday? Or next Black Friday? You think they're going to come down there for that shit? They're not. They got the beat down they deserved. Which brings me to our one and only YouTube video of the week. Did you guys see the beat down at McDonald's? Where that dude was standing there and these two ladies came into the McDonald's. It's the one right down there on, you get off the West 4th Street E-Train, right there down in the Village. You know, 2 blocks over, Joe's Pizza. That's a good slice of pizza. All right, right as you come out of there, Spike Lee's probably filming people playing basketball and handball, going, yo, this is New York City. Right? I trashed him on Twitter yesterday. He was talking shit about my Boston Celtics. You know, so I said something, but I kept it funny, hoping that he would still put me in one of his movies, you know, and I could either play a complete nerdy white guy who doesn't understand black people or an over-the-top racist. Anyways, I don't give a fuck. Get me in a movie. I'll do it. So anyways, at McDonald's down there. So these two ladies, they walk into the McDonald's, okay, and they try and buy a goddamn Big Mac and a Happy Meal, and they throw a $50 bill on the counter. Right there. Major red flag. Who the fuck pays for McDonald's with a $50 bill? Who even has $50 and is going to go into McDonald's? Nobody. There's not been a $50 bill in McDonald's since they started that fucking place. So these ladies try to pass this 50, and the guy behind the counter, he starts looking at the 50, and he's like, excuse me, ladies, I don't think that this is real. So they go, listen, motherfucker, you better give us a goddamn fish fillet and whatever, quarter pounder with cheese, and give us our fucking change, or we're going to fuck you up. And he said, I don't think so. And then this girl just hauls off and slaps the guy. Slaps him, and then the other one, and then she climbs up over the counter. Now the other one just starts just really slowly just walking around the counter like, well, I guess we got to fuck this guy up. This is what we do. And the guy backs up into the fryer-later area, and I don't know where the fuck he found this goddamn lead pipe. It was like a cartoon, you know, like in the cartoons when Bugs Bunny would just sort of, you know, he'd be standing sideways. You'd just have a side view, and he'd have a problem, and he would just turn to the blind side, and all of a sudden he'd have a giant hammer, and he'd hit Elmer Fudd over the head, and you'd be like, where the fuck did that come from? Was that leaning up against his right rabbit leg, and I didn't see it? How did Elmer Fudd not fucking see it? Huh? With that gigantic head of his, how did he not view that as a threat? This guy did the real-life version of that. He was backing up, and he was next to some French fries, and next thing you know, he's got this lead pipe. Oh, and he just fucking starts wearing these girls out with it. Bam, bam, bam. I got to give it up to those girls. They took a good 3-4 each, and then they disappeared under the counter, and he just keeps fucking hitting them. Bam, bam, bam. And this lady's going, stop it, stop it, stop it. And he just keeps fucking going. Like a fucking, like this bitch is screaming. It's like those little doggy toys. You know those little doggy toys that squeak, that you know, they make those little noises? You know why dogs get so excited? Because it sounds like a fucking animal dying. And it taps into their wild animal side. So this bitch is thinking she's helping shit. She should have been like, excuse me, is that something you really want to do? Instead, she's going, stop it! Stop it! And this guy's, he just fucking, he won't stop hitting him. Will not stop fucking hitting him. All right? So, you know how this shit works. Fucking two ladies attack a guy. Doesn't make a difference. They can sit there and slap you around like you're a fucking cartoon. You're supposed to be like, they're women. I need to respect them. This guy said, fuck that. Fuck that. And like Bugs Bunny turned to the side, and there was this magic lead pipe, and he fucking kicked the shit out of both of them. So, of course, he gets arrested for assault. And I got to admit, I was totally supporting what he was doing through the first 37 hits. It's the last 19 that I'm just like, all right, okay. Neil was saying he actually was like that dude in Drive when he stomped that guy's head in the elevator. He kind of went to that level. But at the end of the day, I'm like, well, that's why you don't go around slapping people in the fucking face, because they might have gone to magician school and they know how to magically have a fucking goddamn lead pipe out of nowhere. All right, so this guy's going to trial, and I'm thinking there's no fucking way. Then you find out this dude actually has a record. This guy went to jail for manslaughter. All right? And he got out. And there's only two places that you can get a job after you've gone to jail for manslaughter. You can either get into show business or you can work at McDonald's. All right? You can't get a job at fucking Macy's. There is a glass ceiling. When you go to jail for fucking manslaughter, that's it. Unless your dad owns a company, you can get into sales. You can sell somebody a fucking piece of shit car, but you're not selling a Mercedes. You're going to be at Sam's Hot Car Lot down the street. Right? Reservoir Dogs, anybody? That's why right there, okay, before I even continue talking about this story, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't walk around slapping perfect strangers in the face. It's because you don't know their backstory. You don't know what they've done. You don't know what they're capable of doing. This is a guy who already took somebody's life. And you're looking at him like, oh, hey, what's up there, Mick French Fry guy? Take this 50 or I'm going to slap the shit out of you, and you don't realize that this guy has been in fucking prison. All right? He probably knows how to turn that piece of paper with Ulysses S. Grant, turn that into a fucking shank somehow. He figured out how to fucking do it. You know what I mean? So, these two ladies get an unbelievable life lesson in why you can't walk around acting like you're some action hero in real life. So anyway, so it goes to trial, and I can't fucking believe it. I'm like, there's no way this guy's not getting convicted. He's a guy. He beat down 2 women with a fucking pipe. He went above and beyond with this shit, and he has a record. It's fucking over. Right? It's over. He's not rich. You know? It's over. This guy is going to jail. I can't fucking believe it. He got off. The guy got acquitted. So for once on the podcast, I'm actually happy. And I can tell you this, if they convicted him of a lesser charge because he just kept hitting them, I wouldn't have been mad, because I would have been like, dude, they were down. They were fucking down, and they were down, and then they were part of the tile, and you were still fucking hitting them. We have this clip, by the way, on the MM podcast page has now been turned over. The new fan page is just BillBurr.com. You just go to my podcast page. And anyways, we'll have the video up there and all that shit. So anyway, he got off, and they charged the women with shit, and I don't think that they're getting off. They'll probably get lesser because they're women. You know what I mean? And that's just, women always get less time, it seems. You know? Because at the end of the day, the judge thinks, well, maybe if I give them a little less time, they'll come over here and blow me under my robe. I don't know what the deal is. I told you that story a few weeks ago when I saw this amazing trumpet player. You know, and I was like, man, I never heard of this guy. And I found out he was murdered by his fucking girlfriend in 1972, and she got out of jail in 1978. I would go to jail longer for parking tickets than she did for killing a guy. Shot him right up on the bandstand. Took out a gun and fucking shot this. They had an argument. She left. She came back with the gun, and she shot this dude on the fucking bandstand. All these goddamn witnesses. And she did that in 72 and was out by 78. So let's just say they flew through her trial. Sent her right to trial. She still only did 5.5 years. I don't know. I don't know how that fucking works. And I bet she was able to forgive herself, the fucking sociopath that she is, and she was able to go on and live her life. And then that guy is in the ground, cold as his goddamn trumpet. Advice for the week. Number 1, Bill, my wife and I are both workout people. Triathlons, half marathons, etc. You guys are going to get his and her hip replacements in your fucking early 60s. Last year, we started attending a class. Oh, dude, this is fucked up. I remember this one. Last year, we started attending a class to help with this. Oh, we're working out. And the instructor seemed like a good shit. We got along great, and he works for the same company we do. This is a huge company in, I'm not going to say where. So it's not like he sits next to me or something. Anyway, we really enjoyed this guy's class, and he would email all the people that took the class regularly, telling them what they needed for that day's class: weights, a mat, jump rope, etc. It's P90X oriented. So since we were both on the mailing list, we knew his email address. I started to see things happening. My wife was emailing him a lot. He was emailing her a lot. It was a conversation between them via work email, which is okay, I guess. But then they started texting each other. Oh, Jesus. And it was frequent. I'd come downstairs and hear her phone snap shut, and I'd say, "Who are you talking to?" She would always say, "No one," or "Just checking my messages," etc. Being that I'm a system engineer in technology, I called bullshit and proceeded to capture her passwords on the laptop downstairs. Jesus Christ. He goes, "I know, but I wanted to see what was up."
So I got her password, logged into her phone account online, and lo and behold, she was texting this guy back and forth. First of all, dude, how did you capture her password? This is why I don't bank online. I don't do any of that shit. It's a secure site. No, it isn't. Anyways, so he finds out that she's texting this dude. Both of them are texting back and forth. And he says, I'm not just saying during the day a few times. I'm saying throughout the day and up until 11 p.m. at night. Even after midnight and while I'm lying in bed next to her. She would always get pissed if I said anything about who the fuck are you talking to at 11 p.m. We became mutual friends with this person from the start, and I asked some girls I knew and some guys that both knew him, and they both said, yeah, you need to address it. So I called the dude one night and pretty much said, stop fucking texting my wife at night. Or you and I are going to have a problem. And he immediately shut it down. This guy's 5'7", 150 pounds, and not some stud or anything. I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, and could easily stomp his ass out. Let's see. He's an endurance runner, not some super jack guy. He immediately stopped, and every time I saw him in the locker room or the gym, he was very cautious around me and way too nice, almost like it was his way of saying sorry. Oof. Everything stopped after that. My question is, was I right doing this? Addressing it with him. Basically, texting has blurred the lines between what's okay and what's not. Guys and girls always say, oh, it was just a text, but no big deal. But I think that's horseshit. It's the same as a phone call to me. So if you want to call my wife while I'm in bed with her, go for it. But they won't. Texting is a bitch move, which is why so many people get busted doing it. If they want to email each other at work and discuss workout routines, I get it. But having that instant connection through your phone, no matter where they are, is a little odd, especially while I'm in bed right next to her. Am I wrong for putting this bitch in line and telling him to stop it? Yeah, dude. You know what? The only reason why you're asking me if you're wrong is because you busted your fucking wife, and right now she's mind-fucking you, manipulating you, trying to get you. She's basically almost done it. Almost flipped it around. You're actually questioning, am I fucking wrong for fucking catching my wife texting with this other guy at 11 o'clock at night? There's only one reason you text somebody at 11 o'clock at night. Two reasons. Either you ran out of gas or you're trying to fuck them. That's the only two reasons people text at that fucking hour of the night. He's trying to fuck your wife. All right? And I don't know what's up with your wife. Okay? Because you're going, who are you texting? Oh, nobody. Right there, the fact that she goes, oh, nobody, and slams the fucking phone shut. Right there, she knows she's doing something that ain't fucking cool. Now, this is a very fucking touchy subject, all right? Because this involves the woman cheating. And guys solve problems with violence. So I'm not trying to fucking egg you on here, sir, but you definitely did the right thing. And that's really a what the fuck situation that you're in. That ain't fucking cool, all right? I'm going to step outside of your situation now, sir, all right? Other than say that you 100% did the right thing, and do not let her fucking worm her way out of it. All right? Personally speaking now. Now I'm talking about me. I'm stepping away from this story. If I caught my girl doing it, that's a fucking wrap. It's over. The relationship is fucking over. Go fuck yourself. All right? It's over. It's over. I know where the fuck this is going. I know where the hell this is leading. What the fuck are you texting this guy for at 11 o'clock at night? You want to suck his dick? Why? What was he telling you how to do the perfect jumping jack at 11:30 at night? He couldn't tell you that at 4? He has to email you, text you fucking 9,000 times during the course of the day to tell you how to do a fucking push-up? Give me a fucking break. You're flirting with this guy. You want to fuck him. So, relationship is over. Happy fucking. Bum-ba-dee-da, 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 right? Happy trails to you. Get the fuck out of here. It's over. That's how you got to handle that thing. The same way fucking Kobe's wife when she busted him cheating. rather than taking that big Tweety Bird diamond that she got from him. Right there, the relationship, it's fucking over. It's fucking over. Trust is gone. It's fucking over. But he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, which for some reason she's entitled to half of it. So she stuck around. She stuck around. Put in her 10 years. Now he has to pay for her fucking life. For the rest of her life, he has to fucking support her like she's a goddamn child, and it's legal. Somebody please justify that. I'll never get over it, people. I'll keep going back to it till one of you motherfuckers can morally justify the reasoning behind that fucking law. Please stop wasting my time by telling me what the law is and speculating, well, if the tables were flipped, Kobe would have done it. I'm not saying who would have done what. I'm saying morally. Tell me the reasoning behind that fucking law. Okay? The only thing I can think of is that back in the day, guys would start families and then jump on the horse and say, I'm fucking out of here, and they just left. And then you had this poor woman with 4 kids, and they were in poverty. I get that. You want to fucking avoid that, okay? If that's what if you're going to try and justify it that way, I get it. But what I would like to introduce is a new modification of that law where there's some sort of salary cap. Okay? I don't think just because you married somebody who's rich, man or woman, that gives you the fucking right to sit on your goddamn ass for the rest of your fucking life and get arrogant license plates saying his money, her money. I didn't pay for it. Ha, ha, ha. I mean, right there, you wonder why people get killed. That's the kind of shit right there. That's 2 minutes for instigating right there if he comes over and fucking slaps the goddamn spit out of your mouth. Why did you do it? Look at her license plate, Your Honor. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. The fuck is wrong with you? What do you have that license plate for? That's not how it works. I don't care that she's being a cunt. That's no excuse for treating her like one.